back, everyone. I'm having a frustrating day in the studio, and I hope you guys attack them in the comment section so that they stop frustrating me. Anyway,
stop it. Get some help.
Anyway, so welcome back. It's still your person Small for Africa TV, and today I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that happened yesterday and today. So to start with, Mofi Orukobo Oba Ogunwusi ni Ashiri. So a wedding happened yesterday between somebody whose name I will refuse to mention right now and Miriam Anako. This person is a monarch in the Yoruba land, and if you know already, is the or no other person than the Ooni of Ife. If you've been following me, it looks like I'm interested in the royal family. I've talked about when they called him a thief. I've talked about when his wife's in-law, something like that, a thief thing. But this time around, nobody is stealing anything except the heart of women. He stole the heart of somebody called Mary Anako, and if you don't know her, you can Google her up. But the news is that she works at an oil firm, and maybe energy. I know it's chemistry. Working at an oil firm, there will be chemistry involved. So the chemistry must have spilled over, and then our able king caught it, and now they are in love and married.
Another one.
Over the hours when the wedding happened, some gist or some rumors have been flying around that the king is in talk with another person, wanting to get married to another person. So the thing is, how many wives do you want to have in the space of how many years? Okay, so this is the fourth wedding, and then we are expecting a fifth wedding. Well, I'm not against it, because it is the king, and in Yoruba land you are opportunity to have many wives as possible. They can't try it anyway. So moving forward, the manager for Chelsea has been sacked yesterday. We don't know why that happened, but he has been sacked. And if you will remember earlier this year, that Chelsea was going through a lot of turmoils, internal crisis with the state and all of that. He was with them, and now that they seem to be getting their feedback together, he's been sacked. I think earlier in the earlier hours of today, he was seen carrying his bags out of Stamford Bridge. I wish him luck in his further endeavors. It's not like my luck will do anything to him anyway, but I just really wish him luck, and I hope Chelsea fan can deal with this loss. Yeah, so that's all for sports, because I don't have much news anyways. I'm talking about happy news. The love between Bella and Sheggz seems to be going forward, because Sheggz picked a fight with Rachel over the food that was given to his would-be or supposed girlfriend. So he assumed that Rachel should by now know what his girlfriend wants. I'm like, what is Rachel's own? If you don't eat chicken or you care for beef, why should that be my problem? I served you beef and you don't like it, throw it away. But then Sheggz, okay, use ice to collect it, spit up, and he used his eyes to collect it and said that something must happen. Oh well, this was after the food poured away, and they were dragging it, take it, don't take it, and then the food poured away, and people were assuming that Bella threw the food at Rachel, which may not be the case from the angle that I saw it from. But the fact that Sheggz had to go a long way of insulting Rachel, who even did the service of cooking food and even serving you chicken. Back in those days, chicken used to be one of those food that we really, really love. How did it become something that people don't like? I mean, preferences and all, but you don't have to go that low, insulting your fellow housemates because they give you something that... Why would you assume that I will know your preference? Why did you assume that I'm doing it because I want to spite you? If you're a normal person and you want to have peace with other people, I don't think you should assume things about other people. So in one word, they had a fight, and then boils down to this altercation led to Sheggz swearing on his mother's name and saying that if Rachel refused to apologize to him before December or something, that his name is not Sheggz. And then, why would you do that? So Fina, who is trying to make peace, was like, except say you want me your mama die, which is really, really reasonable. Why would you swear on your mother's name? It shows that you probably have less respect for her or something. But then, is Ikoyi boy. They don't understand Yoruba sort. So in one word, Laura, please pray for them couples, because it looks as if their strategy is to cause. People really think, I'm not saying people now. Sheggz really I think he overpriced himself, feeling like, I make 100 million a week. So why are you coming to the house to drag 100 million? And you're saying, if you do not, really, please, if you know him, pray for him. He needs prayers. I think maybe that's the word, the eyes of his spirits needs to be open. He needs to see what is going on outside the house, because when he comes out the house, it's not really funny. It doesn't really have much of a reputation outside it, and that's it. People, please pray for them and let them come back to their senses. And the fact that this toxic relationship between himself and Bella, pray for Bella that God should detach. Bobo could also detach it. That's the prayer point for Bella. Let her head come back home. Anyway, so moving on, I'll be talking about our movie. You know this already, you've been following me. It is Drift. I'm talking about Drift again. Please turn on your notification. This is going to be a big movie and it's coming back September 23rd on this same platform. You don't want to miss it. If you do, it will still be there. Please come back and watch it over and over again. You can watch it as many times as possible. And did you like, comment, subscribe? That is not just enough. Just turn on your notification button and immediately it's premiering, you will be notified. So thank you very much and tune in. I'm not done. I'm thanking you. That's not it. Anyway, so I'm going to be talking about HASU. Yeah. So the federal government came on to say that we, Nigerians, have no reason to blame them for whatever is going on with HASU. They said that they've made negotiations with them and they're the ones that are unreasonable. So it is a case of pot calling kettle black, because in all sincerity, what these people are fighting for is legit, right? And what FG is also saying, it may be legit. But if you would compare that a lecturer is not even earning 400k in a month, you would understand their bitterness. Well, what are they doing with the money? We don't know, but that's their money. We can't account for what they're using their money for. If they like, let them use their money to eat suya. I mean, suya is a good thing. So anyway, you can, go and you remember, I told you yesterday that FG has told you to start applying for Sheggz scholarship. So use your head and pray for FG or pray for us that their head come home and they agree with federal government so that you can finish your school. Vivek, you will born Peking. There is already trends of people who are telling you that before HASU and after HASU, before you know it, you become grandmothers and mothers before as cause of the strike. But anyway, I really hope it doesn't get to that, and I really hope that we resume on time. So speaking of the political scene in Nigeria, something interesting has happened. Peter Fayose, former governor of Ekiti State, and currently a member a party in the party PDP, has come out to say that he will be supporting Peter Obi in the presidential election and Sanwo-Olu in the governorship election of Lagos State. I don't know who you're supporting, but I'm just here to tell you that come 2023, vote for the because someone is coming out to say who is voting for, and it's okay. You can tell me who you want to vote for. I'm not going to impose anybody on you, but please vote for that person that would make your conscience clear. I keep on saying this every time because conscience is a big thing. Before you slip into depression thinking that you put a lot of people into trouble, and that would be just because if you put someone who is not right in power, they will misuse their power and you will not be comfortable, except whether your conscience is lost. Use it in transaction. Please, when the election comes, even if you need to take money, take the money and vote for the person that you need to vote for. Do not let your vote be bought. Your vote will count if you do not sell them. So let's stop this narration of votes don't count in Nigeria. They do count when you properly vote for those people that you want to vote. Imagine if you have 10,000 people and most of them voted for this particular party. Rigging it will be very, very difficult. So go out there. Do not just leave it to luck and not collect your PVC. Even if you registered for your PVC, get it from them. There is no way. It is not enough to just register and leave the PVC. Register, get your PVC, not just get them. Go out, come 2023 and vote. Thank you very much for tuning in and see your person small for Africa TV. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and if you've not done that already, please do. And I'll catch you next time. And if you have gist for me, you can tag me at you can tag us at HoAfricaTv, and we'll be there. Thank you very much. I love you. Bye.